Hello, and welcome back to Muse, the podcast where creativity meets personal growth and self-expression becomes a living practice. I'm your host, Dámaris Galvez, artist and multi-passionate creator, and a deeply curious human navigating what it means to live and create with intention. Last month, April, was all about stepping into this space and finding my rhythm. We cracked open the conversations. We named the blocks: purpose, resistance, conditioning, confidence. We started seeing the patterns. But May's the month we begin a new arc. One I'm calling the Unraveling. Because sometimes before we rebuild, we have to break apart the pieces we thought we needed to keep holding together. These episodes aren't about fixing yourself. They're about meeting yourself, honestly, imperfectly, and without apology. We're starting with one of the biggest myths creatives hold on to: that we need more time. I'll start when I'm ready. I just need to figure things out first. Now is not the right time. Sound familiar? We say these things to feel safe. But what we're really doing is abandoning our potential before it ever has a chance to live. And I say this from experience. A few years ago, I took my first pottery class, and something just clicked. I felt it in my whole body. I didn't know what it was yet, but I knew that clay was going to be part of my life long term. It just made sense to me. It felt right. My friends and I even started a small studio so that we could practice and learn more together. It was exciting, new, creative, just a good time, just a space where we could explore. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I thought, hey, this could actually be something, or it could become something, maybe bigger than what I was doing in the moment. A business, a dream, a way to merge my identity as an artist with the independence that I'd always craved. But then came the spiral. I'm still learning. Who do I think I am to start a business when I don't even feel good at this yet? That thought froze me. It didn't matter that I was showing up or that the passion was real, because every time I thought about moving forward, I retreated to overthinking. What if I'm not ready? What if no one takes me seriously? What if I fail? And so I stayed stuck, waiting, planning, overanalyzing instead of creating. The worst part, I had the energy. At that time, I had the energy. I had the ideas. But time kept slipping past because I kept postponing. One day turned to 2 weeks passed, and then the momentum I did have, gone. And when that happens, when you lose that thread of presence, you start to question if it was ever real in the first place. But the truth is, I didn't need more hours in the day. I needed more honesty. I needed to ask myself, what am I really waiting for? Because the illusion of not enough time was a lie I told myself to avoid the discomfort of starting messy, of starting imperfect. But the longer I waited, the heavier it got. The more I fell into that feeling and that way of thinking, that mindset. I was in a loop, feeling bad for not starting to begin with, but not actually feeling good enough to start. And that cycle, it'll eat you alive. Have you ever been there? That's a tough spot to be in. Knowing something's aligned for you, something you can feel in your body, but you still hesitate because you're scared of the unknown. You start asking yourself questions like, can I really call myself a creator, potter, writer? You fill in the blank. When I'm still learning. Can I trust myself to actually finish what I start? That's a big one. But somewhere in your gut, you already know, right? You know that project you've been avoiding is exactly what you're meant to be doing right now. That's what pottery became for me. Even with all the doubt, I knew this was the direction I was meant to move forward into right now. And the shift came when I stopped focusing on pressure and started showing up with presence. I didn't need to launch a full business overnight. Like, come on. I just needed to walk into the studio and touch the clay. Just play around. Be there. Create. Let that be enough. And from there, I started inviting some friends over for some mini classes, just for fun. We were just there to learn, no pressure. We're just having a good time, hanging out, playing with the clay. But at the same time, I was also building skills, teaching, learning, practicing. And then all of that, eventually, with time, led to Tierra Forma Ceramics, which became my little business. And then I was teaching real classes and workshops. I was selling at markets, building a website, and making this dream a reality. And it all started with one small shift. Stop waiting for the perfect time and start showing up right freaking now. So here's your reflection. Just a little food for thought. You've already found the thing that lights you up. You already know the direction you want to go. The only question is, do you actually need more time? Or do you just need to begin? Thank you for being here. I hope that this episode was the little spark you needed to start unraveling what's been keeping you stuck so that you can get back to creating. Because that's what we want. We want to be creating. And if you know someone who's been in this cycle that we talked about, that has a dream but is too scared to start, send this their way. Let them feel seen too, and that maybe this will be that little nudge to help move forward. Change that mindset, that little shift. Wherever you are, whatever time of day, keep showing up, keep exploring, and as always, keep creating. Bye.